addicted, period. You know? I mean, like, and it's weird because so much of the population is addicted, or you know, compulsive and impulsive. I'm really, like, compulsive about shit. When I can't fix my head with, you know, with a certain drug or whatever, I'll clean something up, you know, or I get really, like, fucking fidgety and uncomfortable, and I fly off the handle easy, you know. And it's like, if I'm not gorging myself on one thing, I'm trying to fill that hole some other way, you know what I mean? I know that there's that hole that needs to be filled, and a lot of people die trying.
I'm Kurt Loder with MTV News. Singer Lynn Strait of the hardcore band Snot was killed along with his dog Dobbs, the band's mascot and cover canine, in a 6-car collision in California last Friday afternoon en route from his hometown of Santa Barbara to Los Angeles.
Well, what happened was Lynn died. It just seemed like it was over, and that's it. Went to the funeral, and it was just, that was it. I called up Tumor, and I said, dude, what do you think about us doing a tribute record for Lynn? He's like, how? We don't have singers. And I went, what if we were to ask all our friends that we toured with if they could sing the songs in Lynn's place?
I was basically thinking of Lynn and you know, the way his character and what he meant to me. Very beautiful person. If you never knew him and you first met him, unlike most people that you meet that kind of shake your hand and kind of look at you and then look down, Lynn was into your eyes, and he felt your soul. He said hello to your soul.
Snot was, don't let the name fool you, they were an amazing band, and they were actually, as far as I'm concerned, like way ahead of their time. They were doing shit that people are doing now. You know, it's just too bad more people didn't hear them before, you know, the frontman had to pass on.
I saw him like 2 weeks before he passed away. He was walking his dog on Sunset right by the whiskey, and I was driving, and he tapped on my car while I was driving. Not many people do that, obviously, you know. And I stopped, and that's the last time I saw him. And all I know is that he looked very complete. If that's what it means to, like, maybe he reached the point where he was done with this life, you know. And I don't know if people believe in that or not, but he felt very whole to me. He felt like he was done with the struggle of this life, maybe, and he was ready for something better.
I wrote lyrics that basically say that when someone dies, they don't actually completely die, they don't stop.
I remember the last time, the night before he died, he left me a message, and he just heard our song every morning, you know. And he's like, "Oh, I like your new Pussy song," you know. He was laughing and joking about it, and you know. The last thing he says, he goes, "I love you, man. I'll see you tomorrow," because we were going to the K-Rock Acoustic Christmas in '98. And all right, dude. So that was cool. That was my last memory of him. So I'd say that's my best memory, because that's the last thing he said is, "I love you."
Lynn Strait, I love you and I miss you. And I hope you're watching us, because we only want to do good by you and make you proud of us.
Yeah. I gotta get through this shit.
Straight up.
Mama told me that there'd be days like this.
Straight up.
You know, it's easy to forget what my purpose is.
Straight up.
Just when I feel like everything's cool, my drama starts resurfacing. And all that drama, it's hard to not let it blind you. You gotta put that fake shit behind you. Don't let your enemies remind you about that time you fucked up. My boy would've told you to shut the fuck up. I see fools laughing and I wanna cry. I see fools living it up and I wanna die. Shit, I feel like I got one foot in the grave already. I feel like Jesus is out to get me, test me, and watch me fail. But I know it's not too late for me. He told me there's more out there than just hate for me. Yeah, I see you on a painted road, and I miss you. I can't see you, but I feel you. Yeah, I feel your soul. You know this. No matter what, I know you still got my back. I know where you at.
Straight up.
I know where you at.
Do I have to get naked people for you to remember my name? It's Lynn from Snot, all right?
They just had the buzz, you know.
Snot really was a catalyst for whatever style of music you want to call it.
I've never seen anything like that. He was 100% behind the fans. I thought they rocked hard. It was just crazy.
I think everyone is pretty much blown away by Snot, bottom line.
I just remember seeing him at a show. Here goes the neighborhood, man. Everybody's gonna have to work a lot harder. That's what I thought.
We'd go on after them. I remember being like, God, we gotta fucking play after Snot now.
Yeah.
For that whole summer.
Around the time of the Ozfest, it felt like we were finally like hitting that roller coaster. You know, things were about to take off.
They went down great at every single show, and I felt that they were going to be on next year on the main stage, and it was just all going to happen. The phone was like ringing off the hook, and it was just like this whole network of people that knew Lynn.
Next thing you know, I'm getting a call that he was killed a couple hours ago in a car wreck, and I couldn't believe it. I can't believe it.
I knew immediately. I just knew.
It was the most unreal thing that's ever happened to me or ever will happen to me.
It's the most devastating thing that happened to us, and we went on stage 15 minutes later crying
on stage,
the whole show.
Can't hold it back, you know.
He died really young, which sucks, you know, but he lived his life doing whatever the fuck he wanted to do, so I give him props for that.
It's appropriate and as well sad that Dobbs had to leave at the same time Lynn did.
Can you imagine either one of them without each other? I just
remember the inseparable bond of that dog and Lynn. And if you went to Lynn's service, it was in memory of Lynn and Dobbs, because they both went to heaven together.
It became a part of my family because it was I could relate to this guy. The guy was kind of like me years ago, you know. I mean,
no one's ever going to see anything like him again. No way.
Just like to party, like pussy, just live that rock and roll lifestyle together, you know.
He was the king of chicks, I could just say that right there.
Lynn had a way with women. They loved him.
when you met Lynn, you never forgot Lynn, no matter what you felt about him, because he had charisma.
You know, I just met the guy. I just shook his hand, and you know, then he's showing his dick, and it was just like, fuck. He had his dick in his hand all day. He just had it pierced.
Well, he was dynamic. He was forceful. I mean, he wanted your attention, and you had to give it to him.
what a unique frontman he was, his style and everything.
The band would bring it down in the verses to like almost that bluesy place, but still have this rad groove to it. And then he would complement it like perfectly. He'd bring it down almost like the scatty, like that. And then when the chorus came, he leans, you know, like sticks out his fucking pelvis.
He would want people to be involved, and as much to be involved as be on stage with us.
He was on stage, he was pissed, and he was real.
Strait, who was 30 years old, was a wildly uninhibited and vastly entertaining individual who had been due to face indecent exposure charges.
And this guy had this big old toilet, you know, on stage.
Everyone was free to come up and sit on the rim of the bowl and enjoy the show.
And who comes out of the toilet was Lynn.
And you're all of a sudden like, whoa, there's Lynn.
And I see the snot stick on his stomach. I'm like, oh man, don't tell me, dude. He kept going, man. There's his dick, man. He's like, woo!
I remember being in the hallway and he ran by me, like, grabbed my stomach. What's up, bro? Ran by naked cops, running after him.
And I can hear this, you know, huge commotion going on backstage, screaming, and I'm like, what the hell? This has to be Lynn.
I'm running down the thing, I'm butt-ass naked, and I found the first door, and I opened it up, and Sharon Osbourne standing there laughing hysterically.
I'm like peeing myself with laughter.
And her little youngest daughter's just coming out of the bathroom. What's going on, she says. And I'm naked, and I need to use your bathroom. And so I jump in the bathroom, right? I put my shorts on, and I run out, and Sharon's sitting there, and she's laughing on her back hysterically. And I'm like, Sharon, I've never met you before. I'd love to meet you under better circumstances, but if I don't run out the back right now, I'm going to get arrested.
A couple weeks after Lynn died, I had all these songs that I had written with Lynn that he never got to sing on. He was still working on them. So I called up Toomer and asked him, I said, dude, what if we did a record for Lynn? Let's get all the singers we've toured with and all Lynn's like idols, all the people he looked up to, call them and ask them if they'd like to sing.
Hey, we're doing this for Lynn. It's going to be called Straight Up, and are you down? And they're like, hell yeah.
This album is a tribute and a celebration of Lynn's life, from his friends and all his peers. We all miss you, Lynn.
I want people to be able to listen to a record as Lynn's tombstone.
We were always down, System and Snot forever, so of course Serge was like one of the first people to be called.
I basically wrote it about Lynn, and the lyrics speak for themselves. It's called Starlit Eyes because that's what he had.
I thought it was awesome. We had a good time, and Nate Dogg threw down his rhymes in his hardcore style and fashion, and just to express what we felt about our loss of Lynn, and it was cool.
God bless you, Lynn. We look after, for all the message that you gave us, and we'll see you in a better place. Everybody at Ozfest, fuck shit up. God bless you, Lynn. Peace!
This is an amazing thing. Them getting this together for him. He's passed on, and still all of us are getting together and doing songs for him. God, that's rock and roll. If you have never heard Snot, go buy a Snot album right now. Go buy it right now and check it out. And you should definitely pick up this Straight Up thing and see the tribute that a lot of great individuals can give to one other great individual that's passed on that you sorry fuckers will never get to see live.
Corey did a hell of a fucking job on the track. It's called Requiem.
We were ready for ready. We were ready for ready. Everyone knows some pain. I see the loss every time someone says your name. When you know someone who shines bright, the soul of the age who doesn't care who the fuck you are. Right up there, a brother who was everything, but yet they go away. Now it's yesterday. I've lost a lot of people in my time, the good, the bad, the
know, we always knew that Lynn loved his mother dearly, and so we figured that it was maybe a good thing to dedicate that song to her, you know.
Strait, I love you and I miss you, and I hope you're watching us, because we only want to do good by you and make you proud of us. Like, as I'm talking about you, I'm seeing him in my head, you know. He is such a sweet man. He was such a sweet man. And the world has missed out on such a great guy, man. And I can say I'm very honoured to have known him. And he's very sadly missed around here. And that is from the bottom of my heart.